personal growth and relationships. Number one, there are things, people, and experiences designed just for you. If you already don't know, I got married last year and shifted to Bangalore this year and started house hunting. As you know, the process is very tedious, especially in a huge city like Bangalore. And I had my dream home put up on the vision board for 2024. We were continuously looking for houses every single weekend, and I almost lost hope on whether I could get the dream home I wanted. But I still kept on doing my manifestation ritual regularly, and we finally found our new home. This is one such incident that made me realize that no matter what happens in life, no matter what other people's in your life are doing, there are certain things that certain people and experiences that will get to you when you focus on your own journey instead of comparing with others. Also, this made me realize about there is no point in comparing your life with others, because what's meant for you will never miss you. Life lesson number two: if it still bothers you in 24 hours, then speak up within 48 hours. As I said earlier, I got married last year, so I was new into this relationship. It's an arranged marriage. There were situations where I was ruminating about a lot of stuff. It made me to stress and overthink about even petty issues, and this was getting repeated each time I faced a problem. I decided to break this pattern once and for all. I was thinking, why was I ruining my day by thinking about the stuff that happened within the family so much, to the extent that it affected my mental health and my productivity. So I started to speak up about it. That's when I came across this particular line in a reel where it mentioned, if it still bothers you after 24 hours, speak up within 48 hours. And I started to implement this. At first, I was a bit hesitant to get started on how to speak about it. Once I started, I was in the flow of words and ranted everything out. Trust me, this worked like a magic. It saves you so much of time with the incessant thoughts. Instead, you can shift your focus to important work in life. If you're facing the same problem again and again, I want you to try this out for yourself. One more thing, taking that 24-hour time help you to analyze about the problem, whether it is a petty issue, whether it's a big issue, whether it's very important for you to address or not, and then you could speak up after that 24 hours. Lesson number three: not all opinions deserve my attention. So once you get married, there are a lot of people around you. Even if you're single, I'm sure you will relate to this. You will network with a lot of people and get to know people from your work as well. So each and every one of those have different opinions. And I think it's unnecessary to waste your energy on validating your opinions and proving it's the only correct thing to do. The same thing goes other way around. If someone is insisting their opinions, forcing their opinions on you, it's your right to put that boundary with them. Also, if someone's life doesn't align or inspire me, then what's the point of taking their criticism to heart and hurting yourself? Learning to filter their opinions is so empowering. It's not about ignoring everyone, but knowing to prioritize whose opinions matters the most. Life lesson number four: when you search for home, don't have only one option. Initially, when we decided to move to Bangalore, we were in Bellary and we were looking for houses from there. But what happened was, it was difficult to look for a home in apps instead of looking it in person. So we decided to shift to a friend's home in Bangalore. It was in a remote area. By the way, she was shifting to a new place, and we decided that once we get into the home, we will start for house hunting in person. This was such a tedious process. Every Saturday, Sundays, me and my husband will take our bike, go around places. And of course, in Bangalore, everything is very expensive. So I list down our non-negotiables. What are the things we are looking in the house particularly? So we were looking for 2 BHK house in a nice area with good amenities, good road, good owner. I'm someone who used to go for morning walks, so I was looking for a peaceful area where I could walk instead of a congested one. And I want stores nearby. Also, the direction of the house also matters. So I was looking for an east facing or north facing house, and our budget was also between 15 to 20,000. So these are the things I listed out first. So the second thing I did was list out all the areas we could possibly uh, move into. So one by one I looked into that area in the house hunting apps to understand the market trend in those areas. So based on that, I filtered out what are the convenient options that fits into our budget. Once we decided all of these, we started to move into each area. Finally, one fine day, we found our home which ticked all the boxes in our list. It took us 3 weeks, like almost 6 days. We moved into that place within 5 days. If you're someone who is moving in alone or moving with your family to a new city or new place, don't have only one option. Life lesson number 5. My current version is the best version of myself up to date. So oftentimes we used to criticize yourself, compare ourselves to our old self. We are so quick to criticize ourselves more than someone else criticize us. Just take a minute to think about this fact. The current version of yourself has struggled a lot, overcome challenges, mindset shifts, gained life lessons, and gain new experiences. So the current version of yourself is the best version of yourself, no matter what your past was. Remember, every challenge, every win, every moment of the growth has brought you this version of yourself, and that's worth celebrating. It's not about being perfect, but about being proud of your progress. Especially this year, I faced such a downfall in my business. I was constantly comparing my current version to my previous versions in 2022, 2023. The income I earned earlier was more, the opportunities I gained was more, the time I had was more compared to what I had in 2024. I was constantly criticizing myself. This lowered my vibration, this lowered my confidence completely. But I forgot the fact that I started a new life. I was into new city with a new family, new circumstances, new challenges, and I'm so beautifully facing that with confidence. Later, when I journaled about this situation, I immediately realized that how much as a person I have grown this year compared to my past versions. Even my mom was astonished to see me cook so many recipes so well. Life lesson number 6. You are getting close, that's why it's getting tough. Have you ever noticed that before you have that big leap, you had your worst downfall ever? Things started falling apart or feeling harder than ever. Have you felt that? This is because you are on the edge of the breakthrough. 2024 was challenging for me because I was fearing change, fearing to adapt to the new place and the new routine. Constantly, whatever I have tried in my business failed. Especially, I had 4 failed launches which didn't even happen in any of my previous years before, even when I got started. Constantly, when I was looking into the dramatic transformations in my entire life, I noticed a pattern in that. I had my worst downfall before I had that big leap or big success. So this lesson is for you. If you're facing a constant failure in your life, don't give up your heart. It's a sign that something amazing is around the corner for you. Life lesson number 7. This is for my work from home girlies. If guest comes over, block the entire week with no crazy task and no events. I learned this in a hard way. I had my family and in-laws visiting me, and it was my first time to host a guest in our home. Before marriage, my mom and dad would take care of everything, so I had no work in hosting guests. But after marriage, it's like I have to take care of their well-being. I have to cook food, and I have to plan about where to take them and when to take them, etc. Especially, I have to adjust my schedule with their schedule. Despite enjoying all this, I made a huge mistake. Once a family member visited us, I planned a guest masterclass during her visit, so I have to rush back home in order to start the guest masterclass on time. And there is also one major inconvenience. You can't ever ask a guest when they are getting out of your home unless they themselves reveal it to you. Since I wasn't aware about her visit would extend from 1 day to 3 days, having such a crazy event backfired me and it caused so much stress. So that's when I decided no major task, no major commitment whenever the guest comes over. By the way, I have the privilege of working from home, so I could plan accordingly when the guest comes over. Life lesson number 8: rejection is redirection. I'm a perfectionist, so I look for success whenever I do some work, even if it is a small task or a bigger project. Generally, failure hurt my ego and confidence. Whenever I failed in something, which doesn't happen a lot, but even if it happens, I took it the hard way. So 2024 was the year I faced most failures professionally. I was dejected and had major breakdowns every now and then. That's when I came across this quote by a popular YouTuber, Tam Kaur. She mentioned that rejection is redirection. That immediately sparked that mindset shift in me. So if I'm failing at something, that indicates that I no longer have to spend more time on the failed project. Instead, I can shift my focus towards the ideas that can lead me to success. So failing faster actually gives you the privilege of achieving success sooner. This mindset shift was so powerful that it helped me to surrender to the universe. No matter how much hard work I was putting, I can't control all the things in my life. There are certain things that is out of my control, so I have to just trust and surrender myself to the universe. And I strongly started to believe that the universe has better plans for me. Now every time I hear a no, I think, now what door is about to open instead? It's such a freeing mindset. Life lesson number 9: anything that is stressing me out is either looking for ways to release or learn something about myself. Whenever we come across stress, we immediately goes into the negative loop of why this is happening to me, I can't this work it out, I don't want to do it anymore. But instead, if you start to look it as a tool to guide you on learning about yourself, it will help you grow even better. For example, if you're angry at something, it clearly means that the issue is more important for you. It is your non-negotiable. And you have certain expectations on the other person that they didn't meet. Oftentimes, I realized whenever I'm journaling, all my strong emotions comes out. So it helps me to release those emotions in a matured way. And sometimes it's your body and mind that's helping you to let go of certain things that no longer serves you. Once you understand where this stress is coming from and why it is bothering you so much, you get to learn more about yourself. Gives you a chance to grow as a better person. So what I recommend for you is, whenever something is stressing you so much, take out a journal and ask yourself, what is this stress teaching me? Why the particular issue is causing me so much stress? I'm sure you will gain immense perspective on improving your life. Life lesson number 10. Each person in your life views you differently based on their perspective. Here's the thing. Everyone sees you through the lens of their perspective, experiences, mindset shifts, the problems and struggles they have undergone. So no matter how much you explain yourself or try to prove yourself to others, they are going to keep their opinions same. This is why you have to let their perceptions not affect you. You're the only person who is with yourself from the minute you are born into this world. You know exactly what happened to you, what is working for you, who you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, how you behave, what are the challenges you have faced, what are the life lessons you have gained, what is the mindset you have, what are your dreams. So don't let anyone define your life or define you as a person. Remember this truth. Life lesson number 11. The universe will never give you peace in something that you are not meant to settle in. Whenever I felt uneasy or restless about something or someone, it was a sign that it is no longer going to be there in my life. I have realized this a lot of times, even with friends who used to be tight knit with me for a couple of years tend to part their ways and go into their own because they are not meant to be there in my life. Universe has a way to push you out of the wrong spaces and get you into an alignment. It is easier said than done. You have to trust the discomfort. It's there to guide you for something better. Lastly, life lesson number 12. Everyone has an opinion based on their experience and mindset. Once you get married, your world changes completely. You are surrounded with new people, new relations, new surroundings, and everyone has their own opinions on what you have to do. Even they will try to justify that only their opinions are the right ones that you need to follow because you are new to the family. You haven't faced that issue before. But trust me, this is where you need to shut your ears and start listening to your heart. Even they don't know who you are, what your heart is, what you are capable of, what your mind is. Pleasantly take the advice with gratitude, but do what feels right for you. This doesn't mean that you have to disobey your in-laws or extended family, but if you keep acting on their opinions, you will lose your authentic self. Trust your intuition and do what feels right for you. And that's it. We have come to the end of the video. Let me know in the comments which lessons hit you harder. I would love to hear it from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel because we have so much more to explore together in 2025. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, see you. Bye bye. Tata.